Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a Technique Tuesday. Things have changed slightly. We're having serious internet issues this evening, and so I thought I would just do a show and tell tonight. I've been having issues all day with it, so this is the easiest way for me to do it. So I'm just waiting for all my gadgets to gadget, and hopefully you can join us and tell me whether you're watching on replay or not. Okay, I'm hoping, no, it is just not connecting with anything. So I'm hoping that you can see me and you can hear me, because I have some cute stuff to show you tonight. Okay, looks like I'm finally connected. Okay, so I uploaded a video a little while ago from this Daisy Days mini album. This is a brand new kit and I am absolutely in love with it. When I first got it, I'm like, oh, I'm not sure about it, but the more I played with it, OMG, there are so many pieces. I posted up some photos yesterday of all of the different pieces in it, and you can see, even after I've made this album, and I'm going to show you up close and personal some of the details on it, you can see just how many dies I still have left. I have flowers, I have letters, I have ice creams and little pockets and peaches and watermelons and leaves and sunshines, and still one page that I just could not find any more photos from my trip that I wanted to put in there. So super good value for money. Now, they also include an instruction booklet, which I absolutely loved. Some of it, I looked at the pages and their ideas. Some of it, I decided to go off on my own and go rogue with it. So you can see that very front page that they suggested, and you can see that I've added photos as I went along. And you know my trick for these 4x3 photos. I use an app called Project Life. It is free, and I can get 2 6x4 photos in 2 4x3 photo wells. It just works, whether they're horizontal or vertical. So I've used 4x3, and in fact this one I trimmed down to a 3x3 photo in this. So you can see Hello Summer, and I've added sunglasses. They did not. Still added the sun. So some of these pages, as you can see, they've given you ideas for them, where you can write directly onto the pages and then adding in additional photos. So they've given you lots of ideas of putting the pages together using the little envelope, and then they've given you some blank pages as well, ideas. So there were lots of these that I looked at and thought, oh, that was a cute idea. But what they don't show in here is the fact that this little kit has 2 clear pages, and I am in love. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips and techniques for that. So I thought I'd share the photos with you. So the photos came from my 60th birthday last year, when we flew to the Dominican Republic with my 2 boys. These are my 2 boys. This is Leo and this is Elliot, who you hear me commonly call Squibby. So that's Squibs and Leo, Richard and I, and then my daughter Robin came with the baby too. And then my sister flew in from England, Rachel, and then her husband Keith came too. So we had an absolutely fabulous time. So I've put in lots of candid photos. There are no, glamour shots in here. It's just all candid little moments that have really big memories, and you can see some of the die cuts on here. Now, it comes with the adhesive, it comes with glue dots, it comes with all the dies. You just pop them out. What I did is I added in some 3D stamping dimensional foam tape. Note to yourself, make sure that if you've got 3D elements on it, that they're not in the same place, because they could catch behind each other. Ask me how I know. So anyway, this is one of the borders, cute scallop border, and then some flowers. Again, another die cut piece. This is so much fun. Can you see it? Now, I haven't added anything to this. I've just added in the pages, and I'm hoping this hasn't frozen. I've just made up the pages just as is. I haven't added anything to it. Now, here is one of those clear pages. So what did I do? I used a die cut on either side, because whatever you see on this side, you're going to be able to see through on the back of this clear page. So all of the elements I stuck down in exactly the same place on both pages. Does that make sense? So you can't see the back of this watermelon because this watermelon covers it from the front. So it's super, super cute. And look at all the little daisies. And that was the snapshot that I posted yesterday because I was in love. This is my little bird. I can't believe how much he's grown in a year. So this is one of those clear pages. Absolutely love it. And again, die cuts. This was a journal spot. It was too big and I wanted to use it in more than one place, so I just cut it in half and used half of it. So all of these embellishments you can cut down completely. Squib's enjoying some shade, being that perfect redhead. He burns, so he needs the shade. So he found his happy place in a hammock in the shade. And it didn't matter where we went. This little bird of mine enchanted everybody. The staff were playing with him. It was so cute. And then there's all of us. So you can see this gorgeous flower. So what I decided to do is I put it in my paper trimmer and I just trimmed it in an area between the leaves. So I could have gone this way, or I could have gone this way across the flower. So go between the leaves. It makes it easier to attach to a page if that's what you want to do. My girl, and then my two boys, and then my husband. And there's all of us on the side of the pond, or the pool rather, not the pond. And one page I just allowed for journaling. The beauty of these pages is there are a lot of pages that you can write on them, which is just great. Here I took one of the journaling spots and then I just dovetailed it for a little bit of extra interest to it. There's my sister Rachel, and then Rachel and I again. Love this. It went together. I did this entire album in a day. Started it yesterday morning, and it was late yesterday morning, and then just kept working. Now, because I like to make clusters of my shapes, you might want to have just a regular hole punch, so that if you put a die over a hole, you can just punch that hole. Here's the second of those clear pages. Aren't they cool? And I did the same thing again. Wherever I put a leaf on one side, I put a leaf on the other. And then again with the peach and the watermelon, so that you didn't see them through the hole, okay, through the page rather. Okay, so restaurants, and here is the other half of that journal spot that I showed you. Super easy. This is called Daisy Days. And then all of us, and I put a cluster of flowers and faves with this moment. There's lots of little titles and lots of little words in there, and I didn't use them all. There's still some more. And look at that baby all snuggled up with his Mimi. Yes, this Mimi loves that little bird so very much. And then all of us on the beach. I think that was the only set photo we had, apart from the one in the pool. And again, not particularly glamorous. All candid shots, which I absolutely love. This was one of the printed die cut pieces that were inside for a background. And again, ice creams and sunglasses. Now, if I wanted to backyanize, what would I do to it? I hear you say. You could take the wink of Stella and you could colour in the sunglasses if you wish to. And in what I would also do is I would go over it with a wink of Stella to make them glittery. And then I would put a very, very, very thin layer of the fine tip glue over the top, and then let it sit overnight, minimum overnight, and then I would get shiny, sparkly sunglasses lenses, which would be super fun. Again, half of a journal spot because I didn't need the whole thing, and another piece that I just dovetailed at the bottom just to give it a bit more interest. So I thought this came out really, really nicely, so I hope you like it. And again, this was a square. This actually matched the squares here and here. I cut it in half because I used half of it on another page, and then I dovetailed the other way to make it pointed on that side. So super happy with that little mini album. It's available on my website and will be available at the events if you see me in person. And then the other show and tell that I thought I'd share with you is this one. So I've sold lots of these kits. I posted up a couple of days ago that I had this kit to sell. I've only got a few, and there are still a few left, but not very many. So if you want it, make sure you send me a direct message. It's a star book. It's a 5.5 by 5.5. Somebody said that they couldn't tell how big it was, so I thought I would share it page by page and just show you how cute it is. You have to message me directly if you want one. All right, so a couple of the other things that I did is I've added that wink of Stella in it, and it doesn't show up on the photos, in the windows and above the door to make it look like glass. We have our little dog that's shaped like a bat, and then we're going to undo it, and then when this album opens, it does that, and then it will tie closed, so it becomes a star album. But let's do this page by page so that you can see it, because it is adorable, and my littlest bat is in it. So it comes with all the die cuts, all the paper and cardstock. Everything is pre-cut for you. It's just a project to stick and glue. It comes with all of the full photographs and step-by-step instructions. Again, we've used that wink of Stella on the die cut and on the hippo's bandages to make him shiny and sparkly. They don't always catch the light on the camera, which is a shame. All the ribbons are included. And again, look at that little bat, he's so cute. And again, on the windows and doors, they're all sparkly. And then on the candy corn, so I've added a little bit of wink of Stella to most of the pages. All of these dies are included. Look at him, isn't he adorable? I don't know what he's going to be this year. He's going to be so cute. And then with his Mimi too. So the windows and the fairy wings as well. So that is the little album. So both of those albums are available. Message me if you're interested. I apologize that this is as much as it is this week, purely because the internet is so rotten. So I will see you next Tuesday. Shoot me a message and I'll hear from you soon. And see you next week. Bye.